Welcome to the Drunk Monk Podcast. Have a little seat right there. After this, you have to do something that you don't want to do. But for now, it's the Drunk Monk Podcast. Fuck up. Hey.
Ho, ho, ho. Hey, Return to innocence.
Welcome back to the Drunk Monk Podcast. We are your hosts, Keiko again,
Who you know from Gilmore Girls.
and Will S. Choi.
Who you know from your local improv class.
We're here with you and that ambulance on a Friday night, which means, guys, you know what that means. Who's drinking? Well, I'm always drinking. I drank a little extra today. And also,
Me!
Yeah.
But I'm always drinking too, just not as much.
yeah. Before we leap in, because this is a good one, guys. It's called Drunk. It's called Mr. Monk Gets Fired. It's season 3, episode 4. But before we start, I gotta say, Will,
Mm-hmm.
I like the vibe of your place. I mean, it is bed and breakfasty now.
Yeah, right? It's I try to, spruce things up a little bit
It
here.
feels spruced.
Does it?
Yeah.
Add a couple little succulents.
Yeah.
And put up some nice little posters here and there
I
that have French
dig it.
letters in it and stuff like that. Or
Oh, dig it.
French words, I mean, not letters.
French words most likely are comprised of French letters. So I give you a pass. It's nice.
Yeah. I also put up some just artwork that you actually donated to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I like the new frames that you chose.
Thanks.
So it's set. I feel more comfortable now than I've ever felt. And I think that's the mark of a good bed and breakfast.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
I put my place up on Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for someone to respond to it. Hopefully someone comes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that the thing about a bed and breakfast is that it welcomes you into making conversation with people that we're closed off people. Maybe we wouldn't necessarily make conversation with, but a bed and breakfast has that kind of vibe.
Right.
We're all coming to it expecting to, maybe meet somebody that we wouldn't normally have met.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully...
I dig it. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
relaxed.
I'm glad that you complimented my place. I'm just really excited. I'm like super excited to kind of like go on this new venture.
Yeah,
and
good for you.
Hey, thanks. I know the whole roommate thing just didn't quite work out. So like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna really try to make this work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this episode of Monk,
Mm-hmm.
pretty fantastic.
Oh, good.
Way
I
better
liked
than
it
last
too.
week's.
Oh, yeah, we had a rough time last week. Oh, no, it was a bit rough last week.
Yeah, this
Thanks
episode.
for hanging with us, guys.
I know.
Yeah,
We apologize for
yeah.
that one.
But this one was great. Quick summary.
Quick summary. Okay.
What was this about?
This episode starts off with a woman who we later find out is a Lithuanian woman who gets murdered by a man named Paul Harley.
Yeah.
So we find out from the top that he's the one that did it, and majority of this...
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Is that tough for you, Will? Because on one hand, it was very violent, which I know you liked.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, it gave away the killer at the beginning, which I know you don't like.
Yeah.
So it must have been rough for you.
You know what, though? Actually, in the past few episodes, if I'm remembering correctly, they haven't done that in a while.
They haven't.
So it was kind of like a nice change of pace to find out who did it right at the top again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of the murder was about this guy who killed his
Housekeeper.
housekeeper. Yeah, a housekeeper.
Yeah.
She was a housekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriend/girlfriend.
Yeah, slash girlfriend. But the majority of this episode is Monk dealing with the fact that he has been fired from the police academy because
from the police force.
from
being a consultant. He's not actually on the force, but
it's
yes.
him dealing with getting fired from being on the police force and he's basically just dealing with that. And
Right, that's the heart part of the show.
Yeah.
Is Monk dealing with being fired.
Right.
I mean, the little plot points are that they can't find any DNA on the crime scene, and so because the killer is he's so cavalier. I mean, this guy is real cocky, a smug
son of a
motherfucker.
bitch. Yeah.
Real smug, man. He's like, no, you will never find DNA.
And Stottlemeyer was even like, yeah, he's already here. They already know that.
Yeah. This guy's real confident for being a killer who killed somebody on his premises and cut her up with a chainsaw.
I know.
In any case.
But you know what? I did like about this episode
What?
a lot was that seemingly random plot points were all connected.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
In the episode, you find out there's a man who has been trying to take the commissioner's hat, and we later find out that it is actually Paul Harley, because the girlfriend who he murdered donated her hair to a wig company that made his toupee, and earlier in the episode they reference a wig company getting burned, and that's also part of the plot. So it was a really good
I did like that.
Yeah, like good just weaving of plot points to kind of serve this one story.
Yeah. And they definitely double down on the the evilness of this commissioner to the point where we're happy when he doesn't want to admit that he has a piece.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing, is that there are records showing that his actual hairpiece was made off of the donated hair, and that's DNA, and then we would be able to link it to the killer. That he's so terrible that we huzzah in happiness when it's revealed that it's a piece and it's ripped off of his head.
Seriously though, but like, what was his deal with not wanting to?
Deal, period.
Yeah, what was his deal? Like, what was his deal, man?
Dude, that guy is in a bad mood.
Yeah.
That guy's not having a good day.
Also,
he's so in a bad mood.
Also, he was like so 1920s old-timey.
I know.
He was like, you better go find him. I'm like,
Mr. Monk, and you guys, this is a bad police force.
Oh my gosh, yeah. He was a cartoon character.
It was a little cartoony, and this was my thing, and I thought about it as I was watching it, is I feel sometimes when this show, which I love, labels villains, it sometimes goes, I feel like just a smidge too far. Do you know? Like the six-fingered man, like Dale the Whale that's 800 pounds, and like this commissioner guy who we're all gonna hate. But he's a little bit like, I'm a bad guy, and
we're gonna send all the bad guys to jail.
Yeah, and I'm gonna humiliate you, and you're gonna regret saying yes to this job.
Guys, we're terrible at 1920s
accents. We're a couple of Asian folks, and we're never going to be cast in 1920s over-the-top gigs, so I'm not going to practice this accent.
Yes.
What else did you like about it?
I liked that the murder was reminiscent to like American Psycho with the chainsaw.
Oh, you're bringing back one of those theme things, like when we did Batman.
Yeah, but like it wasn't so much. It was just that
just that one thing.
He was a psycho and he killed. But which, by the way, I have a weird phobia of psycho killers. Okay,
so describe it as a phobia, because most people are afraid of psycho killers. But what makes it a phobia?
Maybe not phobia. So I'm very afraid of movies that feature psycho killers.
Yeah.
Opposed to movies about like supernatural scary things, like ghosts and demons and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Like movies about like people getting murdered by a crazed maniac.
Yeah.
Are way more terrifying for me. And I don't know exactly why. I can handle ghosts. I can handle The Ring. I can handle all that stuff.
Well, do you think because there's a piece of your brain going like, oh, that's not really real?
Yeah.
But psycho killers exist in our world.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit more plausible, just barely, but more plausible that someone is gonna gut me open and hang me on a meat.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. It's true.
Yeah. So, like movies like Scream and Texas Chainsaw Murderer, like all of those kind of movies, I'm like, I'd rather not watch those. But like,
isn't Scream a parody of those types of movies? Isn't it a comedy?
No, that's Scary Movie.
Oh, okay, sorry. I don't watch any of them, so that's my excuse.
I mean, Scream is technically, it's like a play on, you know what I mean? Like, because they get really meta with the horror
but
genre.
It's still about
like,
a legitimate horror.
Like, and also, I was a kid. I was like in elementary school when the first Scream came out, so I think that also plays into the fact that it terrifies me to this day.
I know, man.
You don't watch scary movies though?
I don't. No.
At all?
No. If I watch, okay, hashtag real truth. If I watch anything scary, I'm not gonna watch it in a theater. I'm gonna watch it on my laptop these days, and I'm going to mute when scary things happen, and I'm gonna put the little subtitles on so I don't miss any plot points. Hashtag real truth. This is also what I do with any cable show that deals with sex. I do the same thing. I've watched all of Game of Thrones, but I never watch any of the grunting parts. I only which is, well, whatever. It's the thing I do.
It's so funny. Do you watch it? Like, this is what my sister does, like, in anything scary or whatever. She covers her eyes, but looks through a slight little hole between her fingers to watch what's happening.
I do that sometimes, but if I can control the volume, that's what I go to first. Because I feel like that's more
music.
You take out the music and you cut out a lot of it. But what other things do you like? I like Marmaduke.
Oh yeah,
I love that
funny.
this is a recurring thing in Monk.
Yeah,
and this is his love of Marmaduke and his belief that this is funny and that this is his sense of humor.
Right. I did really enjoy that whole interview scene.
Right?
I thought it was really funny, and I thought the interview lady, she seemed very charmed by Monk.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Yeah. If they ever brought back that actress, I think there could be something between them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I obviously don't think so. But she seemed very, very charmed by him.
Yeah, it was a great plot point of showing that it's not that Monk can't get another job. It's that Monk is, because he gets hired by that proofreader job at a magazine. Funny interview that they have together. But that he's destroyed by not being his dream of being a police officer, of getting back on the force. And I love that moment where he gets the job, but Sharona finds him standing in his apartment with the waters running and the faucet, and he's standing staring at a wall. He's frozen because he's trying to deal with the fact that he might not be on the police force. And I think that's brilliant writing to show that whatever happens in his life, this is like the number one priority for him.
Yeah, like
I love it.
He was given all the benefits.
Right,
and a bunch of money.
It was a good job.
It was a great job, yeah, and he's just not happy with it. In that same scene where Sharona finds Monk, a little slight callback to the crooked coffee table. Trudy's Trudy's coffee table.
Oh, yeah.
That was very nice.
And the best part of this whole episode is when Monk does a jig.
Oh, yeah.
Let's meme that forever.
Well, it's actually a GIF.
Yeah.
GIF.
Yeah, I probably need to continue to use that.
Yeah. It's on Twitter, so I'm sure we'll tweet that once this episode comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
There's also in that interview that he has with the woman, she asks him what his greatest strength is.
Oh yeah.
And he just takes forever answering it, and finally says, "My decisiveness."
Yeah.
Great moment.
Kind of perfect as a comedic moment.
What's your greatest strength? Let's get all interview style up in here.
My greatest strength is I would have to say resilience.
You know what? That's mine too.
Is it?
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a very resilient person.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because don't you feel like, we've taken knocks, and it's the ability to bounce back and continue on.
Yeah, especially in this industry that we're both in. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was thinking resilience because for me it's like there's been so many moments where you're just kind of like, I could give up and do something else easier. But because we care so much about what we do, You just have to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. We're great. We're awesome.
You know who else is awesome in this?
Who?
Sharona.
She was great.
Oh my god, I love Sharona!
I was waiting for that Sharona Halo. It didn't come out this episode.
She doesn't need it in this episode because
She
she's freaking awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
She's freaking awesome. And she has the great final moment in this whole episode because there's a point where Stottlemeyer is a little bit hesitant to he sort of tries to tug at the toupee, but it's on there pretty well.
Yeah.
And Sharona does this run across this. She's like, 72% is good enough for me. Monk says he's 72% sure that it's a rug. And she runs across and she jumps on him and basically rips off tugs at his head. Yeah. The commissioner. This is like Stottlemeyer's boss. And I'm like, yes! That's right! Why? Because Sharona rocks.
Yeah, she's great. Her and
Sharona rocks.
And Randy was pretty great this episode.
Yeah, Randy was funny.
Just very adorkable. Like just nervous in front of the camera, but by the end of the episode, he's like giving this monologue about how how he's like he feels at home when he's behind the badge and. Yeah. That great ending where it's like a film by Karen Stottlemeyer.
Yeah.
So funny.
Like, am I afraid of dying? Yeah. But everybody dies.
Well, and also Karen Stottlemeyer's back, but not so bad.
Not as bad.
Not so bad.
Not as bad.
Maybe partially because she's not talking half the time.
Ooh, snap.
But you know what? I will say this. I kind of wish she would be more like a wife to Stottlemeyer. He has
In what way?
He has that moment where he's like telling everyone to get out, and he just wants to have a conversation with Karen.
Right. And then what does she do?
And she has the camera on, recording him, and he's cool with it. But like, I'm just kind of like, dude, just be there for your husband.
Yeah.
He's having a moment. I get that the movie's important, but your husband comes first. No.
Yeah.
But the actress is great. But, yeah, the character, who, she's actually Ben Wyatt's mom from Parks and Rec.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It only comes out for one episode, but I noticed it.
Other crazy things is that twice in this episode they say, because I love you. One is when the woman who's about to be murdered says, in whatever her accent is, I can't do it, but I'm going to try. I say crazy things because I love you.
Wasn't.
It was not. No, it was pretty bad. And then later, Stottlemeyer says he's willing to do this because I love you. And I wonder, like, what are the messages that we get? Like, what is love, Will Choi? What is love?
Love like, is it's like a brand new car. Love.
Love is a brand new car. Yeah, because the messages subliminal and obliminal in this episode are that love is crazy, makes you do crazy things.
Oh, and then Scott Adsit comes out in this episode for one brief scene, but also very hilarious.
Which one?
Scott Adsit plays...
Oh, no, Scott Adsit. Sorry. Yes. Of course, he plays the coroner.
Yeah, he plays the coroner.
Yeah.
And, we mostly know him as Pete Hornberger from 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what moment I really did like in this episode was a little silent scene where the commissioner tells Stottlemeyer to basically fire Monk, and so he walks back to Monk, but the shot is still kind of where it was at, and you just see in the background Stottlemeyer telling Monk and Sharona the news, and you see him kind of break down for, it was for a little while, but it was a very powerful scene, I thought. It was really nice to see. It was very stylistic. I know exactly what you're talking about, because you just see him Tony Shalhoub, we see him physically kind of crumble, and Stottlemeyer kind of catches him before he falls. Yeah, that was a great moment. I love it. And also the little fat chubby boy with the broken arms. Oh my god. Just coughing away. Oh, yeah, because this was also why I love Sharona in this episode, is that you kind of see
Because once Monk gets fired, Sharona has to get another job, and she easily gets another job nursing, going back to someone that knew her and would hire her right away. But Monk is so lost, and you see how much he depends on her, because he just keeps sitting in the lobby waiting. I don't know, waiting for her break. I don't know what he's waiting for. He doesn't know exactly what to do with himself, so he kind of just sits in the lobby. And then, he runs into this kid that does not need to run into Monk. This kid does not need Monk in his life. He's got 2 broken arms. He's already got problems.
He's just chucking cough drops.
Monk is just chucking cough
drops at him and stuff. It's so funny.
Oh, I'll say one more thing, is that there's one more part when Monk is in therapy and Dr. Kruger says, okay, well, let's practice a little bit, because he knows Monk's going to go into an interview, and he says, well, I'll be the interviewer. And then Monk says, oh, well, who will I be? Well, you'll be you. And the resistance of Monk wanting to be himself.
Yeah, I know.
Fine, I'll be me. I just love the idea that he wants as much as possible to just jump out of his own skin.
Yeah.
There's
some self-loathing involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Not that we have any.
No, not at all. I love myself.
I love myself so hard. So hard. So much love. I mean, guys, I wake up in the morning and I'm telling you, just like the birds from Cinderella.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not literal, but in my mind, they're just like flittering around me. My heart swells. I just have so much confidence right when I wake up.
Have you seen that YouTube video of that little girl who's like in front of the mirror?
Oh, yes. What is it?
Like just doing self-affirmations.
Oh,
so great. That girl is going to be real confident when she grows up.
Oh, man. I know.
So funny. In that scene where, I guess I have this question for you. In that scene where Monk is talking to Dr. Kruger, Dr. Kruger says, he kind of gives him a quote like, God, God closes a window, but he opens a door or something.
Right.
Just to, kind of like uplift Monk in that moment where he's very sad. Do you have like a quote or something that you live by that kind of is like your life quote, or like something that you try to keep in mind in the forefront of your mind every day or something like that? It could be made up.
Sure,
it could be like a made up quote that you made up yourself or
Do you have one? Well, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I do. This is a quote. I don't know where it came from. I think I might have just made it up myself or something. I don't remember. But it's something that I really always try to keep in mind. The quote, stay humble, stay confident.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
I just like those. It's kind of like a...
stay humble, stay confident?
Yeah, like I
like it. It's simple.
It's very simple. It's like they kind of juxtapose each other a little bit. I feel like in my life I'm trying to find that balance between the two, where you are confident in your abilities of whatever you're trying to do or pursue, but you stay humble about it. Because I feel like it's so easily, if you just skew a little bit to one side, you become arrogant or you become unsure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I totally...
Or insecure, I guess.
Yeah, and I totally get that for art in an artistic, like, it's such a strange thing, right? Because the whole point of art, I think, or people who are artistic, is to be vulnerable and almost to be thin-skinned and to share the things that affect you deeply. And then at the same time, it is also a lifestyle where rejection is going to be more of your day-to-day than, people throwing flowers at you, or compliments. And so it's how do you balance those two things? But I think it's almost like the core of it, to be humble. And when you say humble, I also think like grateful for what you have, but to keep moving forward and to be able to put yourself out there, that's the confidence also.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to butcher this quote, because I wasn't quite sure where it came from originally anyway, and also I'm real toasted, guys. But this is something I do think of. forgiveness occurs in the present only. It's the ability to change your mind from a being that tortures you to a being that befriends and comforts you. And the reason why I like that is that I think sometimes people we can get wrapped up in anger, kind of a high horsey thing of where I want to be right. And that's fine, and you can kind of go on that journey and path, but forgiveness doesn't erase the past or justify whatever was perhaps done to you, but it's only in this moment, and it ultimately really forgiveness is about yourself, because that other person or the other people who ever you feel might have wronged you, they're on their own path, and you actually can't. They're gonna figure things out or not figure things out themselves and in their own life. That actually has nothing to do with you. So whether or not I'm able to forgive something is in this present moment and is really only benefits myself.
Right.
So I don't know.
Do you find yourself like holding on to grudges, or like is that something that you deal with?
I don't think I would like to think that I don't hold on to grudges to different people, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Well,
even as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm like, who am I holding a grudge against?
Well, I mean, I only ask because I feel like those quotes that we both said, it kind of is a glimpse into what we feel is important in our own lives.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of true.
For me, my quote, it's like, I want to stay humble in everything that I do, but, you know, as humans and as we all are, we can get arrogant and we can think of ourselves to be the shit when it comes to the things that we're doing. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to be grateful and I want to be humble because, yeah.
Because also, don't you think that the things that I already know, I don't need a quote about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, the things that are already easy for me, I don't need to remember a freaking quote about it. It's the thing that I struggle with and continue to come up.
Yeah, remind yourself all the time.
That I need to kind of hold on to something about. Yeah, I forget, and I can't remember the quote. I was house sitting with someone, and it was one of those things I feel terrible about. It's because you're in someone's personal space, but I saw this like posted on their wall about, and it was their quote.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, this is not this person. Do you know what it was about? Like, I think it was like, because this person was a really hard person. And it was a real hard person, like real closed off. And the quote was all of, you know, it was about kindness and softness and gratitude and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, but when you see it in someone else, you go, oh my God, yeah, you need that. But we're all the same way.
Yeah. We all struggle with the same things. It's just that we have tendencies to struggle with certain things more than others.
Yeah.
You know who I struggle with all the time, though?
Who?
Toby. I mean, I feel like the reason why not a lot of people are coming to my Airbnb is because I had to write down who was staying with me, and I had to write down Toby, and just from the description that I wrote, I try to lie as hard as I could.
Yeah.
Try to be like, he's great.
What did you say about? I mean, did you give him a job description?
Well,
did you list him as something in the B&B?
Well, I just said that he was my other roommate.
Okay.
Because I mean, I know that Toby doesn't like really live with me, but I'm helping him out with Gobbler. Yeah. And so I have to write down that I'm already.
So what does it say about? Don't listen to this part, Toby. Okay, he's doing earmuffs. Yeah. But what does that say? Will, in the lines of what we were just saying, what does that say about us? Is there something in Toby that like reminds us of us?
Oh,
I can't
even go there. I don't even want to even think about it.
Oh, I can't.
Like, Toby is human trash. There's some days where I think about Oren, and I'm just like, I can't believe what
Don't say it. Don't say Oren.
Okay, fine. I won't. Way to interrupt me, Toby.
Yeah, Toby. Will was trying to express some pain. Okay, Okay, yeah, alright, it's cute. Plot holes.
Do hospitals normally have a bowl of unwrapped cough drops?
No. No hospital in America has a metal bowl of unwrapped cough drops. No. They would stick together, they would get wet, it's unsanitary.
No way.
The humidity would make them just one big ball of cough drop. Would you kill someone with a tire iron?
She died real fast.
She died real fast. Also, man, this guy's fucked up because he had her blindfolded. Didn't hit her head while she was blindfolded.
No.
Took off the blindfold.
Made her look at him as he killed her.
In the face.
Wait.
Looked at him in the face.
Oh my God.
And then killed her with the tiniest little tire iron. It's so small. It's so small. You'd have to hit her like a lot of the skull is hard. I don't know that. Oh.
Wait.
It's brutal.
I might be going crazy, but why did he kill her?
Oh, she says it for a second. She says, "Oh, I was just joking about. I hope you're not mad at. Yeah, I told your ex-wife about the bank accounts that you have. It's real thin."
I thought she said, I wouldn't tell her about the bank accounts.
Yes, but I think that
she did.
Yeah, I think that he's worrying that she's a liability. Is basically what's happening.
Real thin of why you would kill.
Real thin.
Because it was preempted.
It was. He's a real evil guy, man. He was a cocky MF.
Yeah.
Okay, other little plot hole. Monk, at this point, deletes 10 years of files from one computer. One computer in the coroner's office, I guess, from a couple of accidental keystrokes, you can set a sequence in motion that will delete 10 years worth of open files. And that's why he gets fired. Is that possible?
I don't know. Probably
Is
not.
it?
I mean, I don't know. That computer looked real old, too. So, I don't know.
All right.
They had
Maybe
it backed up
was
on other files, so good for them. For thinking ahead. How did Monk know that he dumped her body in the bay? That was never stated anywhere. There were no clues for that.
Yeah. I was real sketchy on where the torso was, and I don't know. And how did Monk know to go to the garage to look for DNA?
Yeah.
And those two actors had different color hair, right? Because supposedly she had donated her hair.
Oh, yeah. His hair was darker than hers.
His hair was dark and thick, and her hair was red and thin. Wasn't it? Or
no, her hair wasn't red, but it wasn't as dark.
It wasn't the same hair.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote down how some of the records survived the fire.
Yeah.
Real convenient. Real convenient.
And actually, the only record that actually needed to be destroyed in the big fire.
I'm like, how could paper not burn in a fire? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. Just similar to The Sleeping Man, where the address or something didn't get blown up.
I know. What?
Real thin, y'all. Super thin.
They got a fire that goes on a very specific path. I don't have a plot hole, but I don't know if it's just because I've seen Monk so many times that I really, really, really noticed the product placement.
Oh yeah, Glad. Yeah, totally
Glad
there.
and Comet. Like, Sharona walks in with a grocery bag or whatever.
I mean,
and it's
the one show that they can really push those products.
Yeah,
it's so great.
Because shoot. You want me to get it?
Oh,
I'll get it.
I don't know who that might.
Oh, I want to get it. I want to get it.
Okay,
I want to get it. I'm in such a good mood today.
Okay, cool.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Hi, I'm looking for, is this, Will C's apartment?
Yeah, I guess Troy. C, yes.
Troy.
Yeah.
I noticed that he had put up something on, the Airbnb, and I wanted to see if I could live here. Oh, hi, yeah, I'm Will. This is my apartment. Oh, it looks great. Noticing, Wow, there's some succulents and
Yeah, we noticed.
Oh,
the
is that
succulents.
a baby?
Yeah, it's Gubbler. He's being really quiet now. It's great.
I love babies.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
What's your name?
Lorenzo?
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, well, we're doing a podcast right now, but I'm glad, you should definitely come in.
Oh.
I mean, you
Where
have...
are you guys? Are you guys like radio people or what's happening?
Yeah, I guess you could say we're radio people. I mean, people
Are you guys on the radio or?
No.
No. I mean, like
not technically.
people can listen to us on their car radios, I guess, but it's not through like AM
it's not
or FM
airwaves
or XM.
Radio. Kind of. It's more.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I noticed that you have 17. 17? Wait, 15. 16. No, it's 17 like very mini bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
You're very. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Just say it.
No, I was just gonna say that you're short of stature, and I only mention that because you're so well dressed.
Thank you. It's a very it's a 3-piece suit that I got tailored myself.
Oh, okay. That's all I was gonna.
Wow, I'm noticing all of these little bedazzled figurines and ooh, what's this? Lots of books and is that a laptop? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like you're scoping out.
Oh,
the
no.
place.
I'm just saying I want to see. I want to see what kind of environment I'm going to be living in.
Oh, sure.
Well, I didn't. I'm sorry to be rude, but I didn't approve of you to live here. You just happened to come to my apartment. Wait, did I put my address on Airbnb? How'd you know to come here? Oh, yeah. You put your address on Airbnb, and so I just figured I would just drop by.
No, I see you putting some of those bedazzled figurines in your pockets.
No, what? No, I don't.
I can see that I'm standing right here.
I just happen to be just carrying one of my 17 bags that are filled with
Lorenzo, you are currently putting a bedazzled dog figurine down the front of your pants. As you're defending yourself, you're currently putting things in your pockets.
I don't know if anyone out there can agree with that. It's your word against mine. I'm also in the room and I'm seeing you. Hey,
no, that's Gubbler. You.
What?
No.
What is it?
What is your name? Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo, yeah.
Okay, that's not a figure. That's a baby.
Oh, but this baby was in my bag this whole time.
Baby?
Yes, this is my baby.
That's not your baby. That's Gubbler. That baby lives here.
I don't think so. Look, I mean, you just didn't notice him. He was in my bag this whole time, in this bigger bag. This is where I keep this is my son. This is my new son, Tyson.
Tyson?
Yes, this is my son, Tyson.
It's so funny, Lorenzo, because Tyson looks exactly like Gubbler, who lives here.
Who's Gubbler?
Gubbler is Toby's son.
Oh, I've never heard of Gubbler before.
Lorenzo, do not step back towards the door as we're speaking.
What? Well, I just wanted to say hi.
Why are you opening the door?
Well, thank you so much. This has been great.
Toby,
I'll see you guys.
Do something.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Oh my God. Wait.
Okay, Toby, put down we don't need any more fajitas. We don't need any more fajitas.
No fajitas, Toby.
Put down the... No. Okay, I'm sorry.
Toby, go. That's your son, Toby. Go after him.
What? Toby, why did Toby go through the window? He could have just gone through the door. Why did he crash the window? Oh, there's Toby. Now there's Toby blood on our... He went out the kitchen window.
Okay, wait. Let me...
Why did he just go out the door?
I don't know. I feel bad.
Wait a minute, what just happened?
I don't know. I think we got duped somehow, and that guy, Lorenzo, just stole Gubbler. If only Gubbler could talk and have said something. Oh,
why doesn't Gubbler talk on this podcast?
I
Why
wish he
doesn't
would
Gubbler?
talk.
If Gubbler would only talk on this
No.
podcast, we wouldn't have this issue.
Gosh.
He could speak for himself and say that he wasn't. He was Gubbler.
Getting
Yeah,
abducted.
that he was getting abducted. But he doesn't talk on this podcast. This is bad. This
is
is worse.
really
This
bad.
is the worst thing that's ever happened.
This is really bad. And I think I believe in Toby.
Oh my god. Oh, thank God.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Thank God.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, Officer Wong.
I saw this baby.
Yeah,
Oh
my God, thank you so much. There was a man, he was a strange, small man that, in a three-piece suit.
I saw him, I face palmed him.
Oh my God.
And it's sort of like in the old-timey, football movies. I face palmed him.
Right.
Grabbed the baby. And
and then did you see a bloody man running after him too?
I haven't, but if I see a bloody man, I will keep an eye out for him.
Okay, good, cool.
Here,
Well, that's
catch.
Toby. Whoa. Thanks, Officer Wong.
Officer Wong, out.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Gubbler, you're safe. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Gubbler. I didn't mean for that to happen. That was terrifying.
I don't need that stress in my life.
I don't. Okay. Well, I'm putting Gubbler back in the crib. I'm sure Toby will come back eventually, unless he really wants to find Gubbler. And I wish he had a cell phone or something, but he doesn't.
I know. Why won't he get a cell phone?
Okay. Well,
God.
Toby's gone, but do you think you can play the next section?
Oh my God.
How
crazy was Monk this episode?
Out of...
Can I just say, because I'm still a little emotional, can we just say 4 Gubbler out of 10 Gubblers? I know it has nothing to do with the episode.
Sure, we can do that.
I just feel like we really dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, we really did.
Out of 10 non-speaking currently Gubblers, how crazy was Monk this episode?
I can give him an 8.
I as well am going to give him an 8.
Yeah. I think
an 8 non-speaking, currently non-speaking Gubblers.
Yeah. He had less kind of like wipe craziness, but more like into kind of who he is crazy, like the fact-checking thing where he had just read that one magazine and found like all of these pages of mistakes that he had pointed out to the interviewer. And also like his handwriting was like she thought it was typed. Which is also a very funny detail of like how meticulous he is.
I love that.
And just him being so broken and lost without his job is also just another version of his craziness.
Yeah. The fact that he walked, he was talking to Dr. Kroger and he said, I don't know, I just started walking for 2 and 3 hours and found myself at the crime scene.
Yeah.
You know, he's just kind of drawn to things.
He did have like his normal crazy tendencies, like deleting the files because he wanted to clean the keyboard,
clean the crumbs
touching the commissioner and the coughing kid and stuff. But, you know, like he was waiting for Sharon. Like he was more broken in this episode, and that was a different aspect to his craziness that we don't get to see as often.
Yeah, it's it's the exact kind of thing that I love to see in the show is the I guess I would have to say the craziness that kind of bubbles up in an episode like this, or in an episode of Mr. Monk Takes Manhattan, I guess, is more satisfying to me than the craziness of the last episode.
Right.
Which I feel like were list craziness. You know, just overwhelming, just little, like a million little things that he was so tense about that he couldn't, you know, go on a date or something like that. These feel very rooted, very core things.
And like it was also another funny moment where he was sitting on a bench and he was telling the trash man to pick up the pieces of trash that he was noticing on the ground.
Oh right, yes.
And he tells him to pick up the leaf, and then the trash man kind of like snaps and is like, "I used to make like $200,000 and I made one little mistake." And so it was just like, even that moment, he just finds a way to just piss off someone so bad and like re-earth this like painful memory for someone else just because of his neuroses, which is great.
I think that Monk can't help being Monk with all of his faults and his greatness. And then the classic Monk phrase shows up again in this episode. It's a gift and a curse. And I wonder, and I know we're getting real philosophical in this drunk Monk episode a little bit. I don't know why. It's whatever's in the air. But I almost feel a little bit more like that as the older that I get of, I'm fucked up. I have my problems, my issues. We all do. And we have the things that we're great at. And that's the package.
Yeah.
Do you know? And you kind of hope and pray that you can find people, true friends that will love you and see you kind of for all of it and go, I dig it. I'm okay with that combination of faults
and good things.
And good things,
yeah, totally. It's I guess it's just one of those days where we just have to sit back and think about who we are and that we are good people.
You know what I have to say? Fuck Honeysuckle.
Oh.
Fuck Joe. We figured it out ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel like we got it.
I think so too.
I feel like we got this.
Yeah, we got
life.
This. Yeah.
This thing called life. If this episode has taught me anything, is that I've figured it out.
We're good. We're golden.
We're golden.
Oh my god, is that a Sharona halo behind you?
Wow.
Wow, this is amazing.
Wow, I was so brilliant right there. I called upon
the Sharona
halo.
Wow.
And wait, oh my god!
What?
It's Oren!
Oh my god, Oren's back! Oh my god!
Oren's back!
Oh my...
Oren's back!
Oh my god,
Oh my
Oren!
god, this is the best day of my life!
Oh my god, Oren, come in, Oren!
Oren's back!
Oh my god, Oren!
Oren, come! Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh, this is the best day.
This is a
Toby
really
will
good...
come back eventually. But Oren's back
with Coupler. Oh my god! Do I need Airbnb with these two?
I don't know.
Well, I kind of need right now.
You kind of probably need.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what your financial situation is. I don't want to make any assumptions.
And also, Demetrius is still here too.
Well, I try not to mention Demetrius because there is yes. For those of you who have been listening, that Demetrius is in a coffin in the middle of the living room. Yes, of course, he's still here.
Also, put that on the Airbnb.
If that was a long ad, I feel like that you listed for your Airbnb. Interestingly enough, you did not put the address. You listed Toby. You listed about Demetrius.
And yet, Lorenzo still was able to find me.
Lorenzo was still
you know what? Maybe he listened to this podcast and figured it out.
Oh no!
Keiko.
Oh no!
Keiko.
Maybe he figured it out from this podcast.
Keiko.
I'm
whose
sorry.
fault
Oh
is that?
shoot! I'm sorry. I feel bad about that.
All right.
That guy was not right.
Not right at all.
That guy was not right. He had I felt it when he came in. Hey, he left 17 of his bags here.
Oh, all right.
All right. Well, we'll deal with that
later.
Maybe next time.
All right. Well,
oh my god, this is
great.
day.
This is so great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys
for listening to this.
Guys.
I know it was a crazy episode, but we're very thankful that you guys have stuck around and listened. We just confirmed a couple guests for the next couple. And really, really excited about it.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, as always, to the end of the podcast.
I know, we're always so thankful when people listen to the whole thing, because we're like, probably turn this off halfway. That's what I'm thinking. Most people are like, I'm not feeling this, you guys. They just turn it off. Well, with that said, remember,
be safe.
Because it's a jungle out there.